How are you? And thank you very much for the excellent intro, as always. My good friend Brad.
Hello, Dan. Mic check. How are you?
Fantastic. Brad, you know what we are? We're on track like a locomotive. That's really going to be, we're keeping it on track like a locomotive, and that's going to be kind of the thesis of today's Q&A. I want to, first of all, before we get started, just do away with the formalities. Of course, this is our question and answer session where myself, CEO, Brad, the COO, and many other members of the team, Barry, thank you for your help in the Q&A session. Of course, Scott, we are a well-oiled machine that has many parts working commando style, and I don't mean naked, I mean with the capability of doing it independently in groups. It's an amazing way to run a business, and we're thankful for everyone's help. As you all know, Trade Ideas is not a registered investment advisor, so the disclaimer is that none of the information you're going to hear today in this presentation is any kind of solicitation to buy or sell securities. If you want those specific kinds of recommendations for your specific needs, you have to consult a registered investment advisor, and that is not what we are. We are information education provider. Now then, Scott, I have to tell you guys, Brad, Barry, I age myself often on these webinars. Red Fox, that's what I want to be doing right now. Elizabeth, coming to greet you, Elizabeth. Got my hand on my heart, walking. I mean, Red Fox was an amazing actor. Brad, come on.
You mean Fred Sanford?
Well, Fred Sanford.
We want to be the
Red
character.
Fox, right? The actor. Right. Yes.
We want to be the character. Elizabeth coming to join you is coming from Mr. Sanford.
That's right. The character, Fred Sanford, the junk dealer, always going, Elizabeth, I'm coming to meet you. Guys, this test drive is going to be by far our biggest. You're going to see why today. And it's a great segue to start with what I've been starting almost every Q&A with, which is a reminder. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of friends, and friends of other friends on internet and other things, our affiliates, dear partners of ours, we are grateful for everything you do to us. And you are going to be considered a part of the IPO that we plan on having 2020. We've been in business since 2003, and we are really looking to take Trade Ideas technology to another level. Not only, of course, continue to excel in finance and provide you the same kind of services without being gobbled up by the cabal, but also take this to medicine, other information, etc. Right, Brad? We talked about this. 2020, a year and a half or so, maybe just a little bit less.
Yeah, and there's certainly other markets that we can take our technology to, even though we're focused 100% right now in the financial sector.
Of course. And it's going to be an opportunity for us to pay back our subscribers. The longer you have been a subscriber to Trade Ideas, the better positioned you will be to receive allocation of shares. It's that simple. And it's not anything that's like hidden or sneaky. It just would make sense. You know, the longer you've been with us cumulatively, the better you're going to do. And those people who have been with us, they don't even have to ask. We're going to tell them, hey guys, by the way, you're blah, 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 and you're going to get this, 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 this. So that's how we want to do it. It's a win-win, not a zero-sum game. We have so much to offer you in this test drive. So this test drive is going to start on July 23rd. So that's, Brett, how many days is that with my terrible math? Is it 20? Wait,
almost 2 weeks, right?
Almost 2 weeks. Right, so you get an opportunity to register. The link is down there, and there's an $8.88 price of admission where you get full functionality for a whole week. The $88, of course, is exchange fees, other things like that. But you're going to want to register for this if you haven't done so. And if you're our affiliate and our partner, then spread this around. This is going to be the biggest one by far. In the meantime, I'm just going to jump right to it.
Get your umbrella out.
Is it raining, Brett? Does everyone have an umbrella?
It has been sprinkling lately.
It's kind of sprinkling.
Sprinkling alpha.
Sprinkling a little bit of the alpha juice. Let me pull up trade ideas real quick and let's dive right in here. Barry, of course, had brought it up. I'm going to bring it up right here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause you. We're going to start with, this was the one that caught my attention early because I think it was a little bit, no, it wasn't, I guess. Maybe it didn't run the same way. But so this is what our AI is designed to do. And it did it today in one of the best ways possible because, of course, something that Brad is not discussed enough is conceptually that, of course, you can, put any amount of money. You can buy $50 worth of Amazon, but it's the percentage moves that you're looking for. And, the Amazon, as expensive as it is, it's hard to move that kind of a tanker. But the beauty of the stock market, and Brad, we've talked about it being where the monetization of human innovation today. There's really one place, that is the stock market. You're seeing these companies, they're doing these things to attempt to, again, further technology, help society. This is where we participate in there. It's the stock market. So we've asked ourselves and we've tasked ourselves with the objective of doing it better than anyone ever before, meaning understanding how to allocate your resources and how to allocate time. Okay, so with that in mind, look at what you're seeing in terms of percentages in the risk-on environment. Let's compare that to the typical things that you would see if you were just doing nothing. So today, the Standard & Poor's gapped down, traded higher, and then proceeded to close below where it had opened. It was a negative day for everyone doing nothing, or in other words, for most people, because that's what you have been told to do. We, of course, give you a completely different perspective on being active and navigating the stock market. Our perspective has been from the beginning to approach it like you do any other business. Look what people that are great at are doing it, how they're doing it. But of course, in finance, Brad, as you and I both know from our previous venture, the one where we learned something for $50 million, we learned that there's nobody doing it in finance. That was the magic lesson, Brad. Not an easy one to learn, right?
Yeah, I mean, there were really so many different lessons, that being one of them. But a lot of the lessons that we learned also are rolled up in a little proverbial ball in the software, as far as giving a trader the roadmap, if you will, on what to do with signals that are in play for the day. So, well,
this is the thing, guys. We realized then, this is why we started Trade Ideas, that there was an opportunity to not just do something, but to do something so unfathomable that you could change the whole landscape of all investing for all of humanity. And that's what's at play here. And I'm not even pretending to not be serious. We're in this game, and that's why we're going public. And we believe our valuation will be multi-billion. There's an opportunity to really take humanity to another level and not do it just for some rich guy, but let people participate, allocate their resources effectively. Notice that every single thing you see, let's take a look at this trade, for example. This was the other one, ABUS. And Brad, don't call it a comeback.
Notice call it an add to the position.
Well, we talk at TDM, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I want to back up real quick. Ultimately, there's this interesting circular cognitive dissonance that happens to investors. You come to this webinar, we show you what this is, we show you what it does, and then you ask us, okay, guys, so what should we do? This is what happens. Now I'm simplifying it, but it happens on all aspects of investing. We're showing you the path. The question is, you have to honestly ask yourself, and Brad, you and I have talked about this as well. The question is, could you have done this today? And now let's be really honest, because today's, Brad, is such a beautiful day to do it. Of course your answer is no, because you have been trained to look at the S&P. You've been trained to key off of indexes that are controlled by other people. we're breaking that mold. We're breaking the glass ceiling. We're breaking the ice. We're completely changing the way that people conceptualize asset allocation.
You know, another way, Dan, to look at it is that, you know, we're using the SPYs, and not just us, but so many people use the S&P 500 as a leading indicator, or the NASDAQ 100, the comp, or something like that. But that's a finite, as you just said, a finite group of stocks. And what we're doing is we're listening to every single stock out there, whether it's biotech, semiconductor, all the different industries and sectors. And just because the market's down, every single day there's something that's screaming, that's skyrocketing, that's waking up and you know, introducing itself to the world, if you will. So that's what we're doing, is we're finding all of that every single day.
Hey guys, for those of you that are all into this long-term hold business, you know, come on. Remember, people take advantage of just falsities in the market. It's not that it cannot be done. It's just that understand that if you go from the price of $6 to 27 in one day, well, you should consider yourself incredibly lucky. Brad, you know, you and I are so sneaky, but we're so damn sneaky, the two of us. So ladies and gentlemen, you're on this Q&A, and we want to show you something that we think is kind of cool, because let us all pretend that Brad is this mythical, magical Dr. Andy that we talk about. He's so handsome, by the way. Dr. Andy, being the orthopedic surgeon that he is, does not always have the time to be at the AI during the time that the AI is doing stuff. So Brad, you being super magic Dr. Andy, talk to me what you now are able to do that you didn't or weren't able to do before, so you can experience it for our audience through your virgin eyeballs.
Why do I always feel like I need to prepare for these QA sessions, so I'm not put on the spot? Are you talking about our new channel bar?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay.
Notice how I went away from it, because we're on the after hours channel, which is something that somebody would do.
Gotcha.
In after hours. But I'm giving it to you. Do you see, like, Brad, you and I were talking yesterday, and something totally unrelated. Remember I told you that Wayne Gretzky was only as good as Wayne Gretzky because of Yari Curry. Remember what I'm saying? You're my Yari Curry. Keep going.
Right. I remember. Okay, I'm ready.
Go!
So what we've done, and actually we've rolled it live right now, right prior to the webinar, we've turned it live. So if all the active subscribers, if you...
You're Dr. Andy. You're Dr. Andy. Remember, you're Dr. Andy.
So what we've done is we've added a few things into our channel bar, some dynamic information that really gives you a heads up as to what's going on. Now, recently we've triplicated our AI. We've added 2 additional AI segments to our server farm. So now we have 3 independent AI segments all running, but we're giving you some heads up as to how they're doing throughout the day, how many trades have occurred in each one of those different segments, what's the profitability of that segment in sum total, and then a little bit of that P&L graph so you can get a little snippet view of it prior to drilling into the channel itself.
So in this particular case, you can clearly see that this channel, Holly 2.0, was pretty strong all day. It's giving you kind of like that visual confidence to understand what does it feel like when everything is running in all cylinders, and to know that it can be expected. Like, notice how many trades. You can then kind of think about, you know, on a per trade number. But here's the thing that, Brad, you and I have discussed. Brad and I, we are such jokesters. Okay? We're uber jokesters, but this ain't no joke, as we say. Brad, can you quickly, because you are a smarter math guy, and Lordy, I'm going to put you on the spot once again. You most likely don't have your glasses on. I'm so mean. I'm not really mean. Brad, how many basis points is Airbus up today? ABUS, rather.
That would be 15 basis points, or would that be 150 basis points, or would that be 1,500 basis points? Well, it would be...
Yeah.
1,500 basis points.
Keep going.
What am I wrong?
Keep going.
15,000 basis points.
There we go. Remember, you're adding 2 zeros at the end of that. Taking away the comma.
Yeah, that gives me 1,559. Right? When I take away the decimal, add 2 decimal places to it.
2 decimal places, that's right.
It's a lot. It's a lot of return. It's a lot of basis points. I mean, when you look at, here's the deal. When you look at the spread of trades here in this particular strategy set, so you look at the spread and you can see the way that a trader is really supposed to trade. You cut your losers. You don't let those losers be too big. You limit that loss and you let your winners run. And that's the way that a good trader does it. And we're modeling that. We're modeling all those rules.
Well, they're all behaved. All of this is behaved inside, and there's never a doubt for you as to what to do because it's all visually presented. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the thing that you want to be emulating. This is the guru. This is the unemotional person. This is your Obi-Wan Kenobi, your Alexa meets Siri meets I don't want to say Gordon Gekko, Brad, because I'm going in the wrong direction. But of course, all movies about finance, there's no good person there. So somebody good, right? Somebody? Is there anybody, Brad?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. But here's the thing, guys. This is as good as it gets. 15%, 12%, 4%, 3. And again, look at on the bad side. And it tells you what to do, you know. Even the risk off, by the way, would be considered pretty amazing. So like, let's say you just, Brad, only looked at the risk off numbers. So you're going to put the percentages here. Okay. You're still in fantastic world, taking your losers, you know, being stopped out, right, Brad? Being just as you're supposed to.
It happens. It
happens. But being as conservative as possible. Look at the comparisons. Ladies and gentlemen, can you do it better on a day where the SPY is doing this? No, you can't. It's impossible because we've already explained we're doing the extra heavy lifting on your behalf. You know, there's no way you could
I want to illustrate something, Dan, if you don't mind, because I think it's pretty cool and it's timely because as our open house is approaching, one of the pieces of functionality that we're rolling into our standard subscription, if you will, is we're including all the price alerts that you used to get with the premium subscription.
Yeah, we just upgraded the standard subscription package. That's right. Very good call.
So pull up ABUS again, and this was kind of an interesting one, ABUS. All right, now zoom into the daily chart. So I want to see these candles a lot fatter, a lot bigger, and go ahead and set a price alert at the top of that red candle that's 2 days back.
This one?
Yep, right at the top of it. All right, now as soon as you don't, it doesn't matter what you say, but I want to highlight the simplicity of trading, really. And
I might have said,
you're looking at a 5-minute chart.
I can't remember if I said long or short.
It doesn't matter. I just wanted actually that line to appear over in the intraday chart.
Yeah, and notice how we have it pinned. So you like, boom, there it is. This is what.
So now over on the right-hand chart, which is your intraday chart, where we're looking at 5-minute candles, you can see where that put in that price alert, right? And so when that price alert broke, and this is just really a kind of a support and resistance type of methodology, we put it above that red candle right there because that was the previous high. And as soon as it broke through that previous high, the thing just started accelerating. And, you know, so showing you the relativeness between these two different charts, how they go from daily to intraday, but moreover, using the price alerts with the Holly signals.
Well, Brad,
you didn't want to wait in that trade all day for it to incrementally creep up and get your 40 cents or whatever that was. But when it was ready to break through that resistance level, then maybe that was your time. Just another different way to use it. And just to a question that was stated earlier, Rolando asked about swing trading using the AI or trade ideas in general. And And just note that, you know, all of these strategies that we design, they're really designed to have these particular positions profitable at the end of the day. They're really designed to be able to continue to hold if all the green lights are in your favor, if the market dictates it, if the position dictates it. You know, those are the things that will dictate whether you want to take something longer term, but they're all designed to get you to that point to be able to make that decision.
But Brad, you also know that we have those data points identified for every situation. One of the things that caught me when I was doing your example, and I thought this is kind of cool, because we talk about the Tesla, right? So notice, ladies and gentlemen, that when I grab this here and I move it up, you see how it jumped up here by itself? They're connected. The software, everything is linked. These are the little nuances that ultimately pay gigantic dividends, because it's all, you do it once and it's everywhere. And now, by the way, now that I set it up, boom, I added it to my liked, and it's going to be tracked right here. So that's what Brad is saying. We're constantly going back and forth, and not only just improving all the higher end functionality, but we're looking for everything. So Brad, one of the things that I wanted to kind of touch base on here is that we're going in two separate paths, because this is the Q&A, right? And you guys are seeing, I feel like here, I just don't really need to re-emphasize the fact that, you know, we're doing it also in both directions. Something that is almost emotionally impossible for people to do. You know, it's like being a quarterback and a running back. Brad, you know,
and while you're there, you know, we're putting some interesting overlay information on the charts, all designed to give you that visual reference as to what's happening, what to expect. Here we're giving you a visual representation as to what that stop is for that trade. So when you get in, you know, that stop is, what, about 70 cents away right there. So that's giving you that visual reference right there, and it never even approached into it. But yeah, just adding some additional detail to the chart.
And notice if you zoom in here, it's everywhere. Once again, it's following you around because the software is smart. We built this from scratch without any help from DARPA or the deep state, Brad. Right? Hello? Is this thing on? Anyways, that's what's cool about this technology. From the ground up, a custom stack that just does things other people do not do. And wait till, again, you see the two paths that we're taking. So real quick, notice on the left-hand side, you can see how many trades are happening. So what this allows you to do, just kind of one of the cool things, is here I am on the social media channel, right? And hypothetically, as you'll see tomorrow, before the AI trades, I'll see zeros here, right, Brad? Because nothing's going on. So okay. I know that I can focus my attention on some, and by the way, there's always plenty of stuff happening in the moment. You know, that's what's beautiful about the market, Brad, is that it's a dynamic game. You can pre-plan, and we have some of the best plans and plays, but the market is still dynamic, and you can intermix. You can do both. There's so much artistry that can be had in these areas. So here I am looking at the interesting information on these. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing something big for you that most people just pass up, okay? What are we doing for you? Here I am, I'm looking at BBOX, and remember, everything is labeled. I'm gonna zoom in, here's your smart stop. Assuming that you had gotten in here, here is your smart stop. Everything is done for you. Even though this isn't traded by the AI, it's speculating that, hey, you would wanna do it just like the AI is doing it. Same thing here. Same thing here.
Yeah, actually, B-Box was all over the surge channel below $1, you know, before it snapped out.
I mean, look at that there. So there's all sorts of. So every stock, regardless if it is an AI play or not, is going to be giving you the map. You're going to get the map, the details of what you need to do no matter what. So here you are. You can go through all the custom channels. Like, imagine if Netflix was a good company and somebody there was making like a show lineup. That's what we have, but our shows are good. Brad, you see how I said that?
Well, and a little different than Netflix in that, we're also giving you the production capabilities, right? So that you can go ahead and take what we've done, reshape it, make your own windows, but use what we've done, not only through the channel functionality to really get a quick look at what's happening, but take some of the ideas that we've created and shape them in your own layout, in your own personal workspace.
Remember too, quick overview, everything is being done for you sort of in an auto Tesla assisted mode. So here I'm currently idea surfing. You can see that by this identifier at the top. And what this does is this feeds the myelin of your brain, and myelin is this chemical that is produced when you're kind of doing repetitive learning. Tiger Woods very big on that. So are many professional athletes. Lots have written about that. And what we do at Trade Ideas, by the way, Brad, couple of things I want to tell you. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, notice that as soon as I put my mouse on the chart, what happened to the surfing, Brad? Thank you. Right. It immediately stopped because it knows that I am looking at a chart, because this buy signal was so spendipulous in OPK here from April 27th, entry and exit. Remember what Brad said, we're trying to get you through the day, right? But every single trade has been pre-designed and pre-specified for much longer term success. Look at where it went from April to where we are now. That's the game we're in, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the hundreds of percent game, the game where the institutions don't know how to say that in basis points because it don't make no sense, because basis points were made for people who deal in microscopic percentages to sound good, but we deal in big percentages, so we sound good normally. Brad, if he was anywhere not hiding under his desk, he would agree with me.
I am hiding, yeah.
Tough crowd. But you know what channel you're on when you see it right here. Remember, you have a My Cloud channel, so you can access anything you need there. But here, all of a sudden, boom, when the trade starts coming in, you can see what's going on and instantly gravitate. Simple answer is go to where the money is. Where is the best performance? That's where you should focus. Brad, is that a good enough, like, high-level explanation?
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, exactly. And that's why we do provide that strategy window there, not just to give you kind of a sum total of how everything's doing, but break down the strategy so you can see how are the various strategies doing.
This is how you become confident in whether you take it or you don't take it. We are continuing to innovate at a rapid pace. Back to what I was trying to say before, Brad, and we don't have to have, again, to me, it's summertime. I want everyone to relax, enjoy themselves. It doesn't have to be a crazy thing. What we wanted to show you is a really high level, incredible performance, which is what we say all the time, but we prove it. You guys know it. Most of you already have it. You just have to take advantage of it. Innovation, better way to look at the channel bar so that you can do your own stuff but see what's going on in the channel bar. You're going to want to do that more and more. We're going to create containers. We can have multiple channels. Lots of stuff is coming there. We're going to be creating a product that's cheap. And by cheap, I mean different functionality, probably $17 a month, Brad. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, right around there. So just think about that, probably geared much more towards mobile, the mobile consumer of Trade Ideas data. Possibly $34 a month if you want to consume AI on your mobile device, but not in this fashion. Lots of different things to possibly do. IPO 2020. Longer you're a Trade Ideas subscriber, the better that's going to be for you. So now that we've done all of this, Brad, I'm going to jump us right back to our presentation. We make money by being the best subscription service on the planet. One of our executives today, David Farriot, who deals on our institutional side, was kind enough to pose this question today during our internal messaging application, where he said, Guys, who do you think is the most innovative company in the world right now? Brad, what I said?
I think without hesitation, you said Trade Ideas.
That's right. And I'm telling you guys, I believe it. We're doing stuff where our developers would kill me if I told you. I can't say. Brad is like pinching me across the computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, remember, artificial intelligence that picked a 15% winner and a 12% winner, all in real time, all for you, all today, for the price of a cookie, a Coke, a Big Mac, an In-N-Out burger, lunch. We're in the lunch game. We compete with McDonald's. Taking those guys out, Brad.
They're our competitors.
They are our competitors, those lunch people. Gratitude is what fuels Trade Ideas. We've been grateful to be lucky enough to have done it for so long and to be able to pass some wisdom, and believe us, that it is wisdom, to our subscribers, to people that believe in the technology and who love what we do, because that's what it feels like to us. It's a love affair with our people. We have a promo code today for you, Fly in July. Oh, you'll be flying a lot more business class and first class with Trade Ideas when you see 15% and 12% gains when the S&P is going down. So use this promo code, Fly in July, all caps. Can't do it without Barry. Brad, we cannot do it. I often talk about, Gretzky and Yari Curry, people that get Barry knows, but Barry is our maker for the company by being a leader of our trading channel, where he showcases what people do, people who are really beyond the casual investor. You have to say that. Barry treats his, and we foster this behavior, by the way. Barry does what people would consider the dream life, except of course he's part of our team. But he came to us just being a Trade Ideas subscriber, okay? And he said, hey guys, I love what I do. I want to help other people. And eventually, we all joined forces. But this is the kind of behavior that allows you to live anywhere if you can do it like Barry. Do anything you want. Do you want to be at the beach? Do you want to be at the mountains? It's that dream. Treat it like a business. You keep track of your losses. You keep track of your gains. You are data-driven, not emotional, data-driven. That's what Barry teaches.
Yeah, sometimes it's important to kind of get out of your own way, be inside of a group think tank and hear other ideas. And Barry's using this tech in real time, so he's showing you in real time how to get into A-Bus and what to do with it and how to partition it off. He's got his own style, but he's showing you how to use this tech in real time. So you guys should definitely check it out.
Teaching through kindness, but there is a meritocracy where if you're doing something stupid, you will get a healthy dose of shaming, because we're a free speech kind of a company. You don't do stupid things. We want to help you. Barry's going to help you. The meritocracy, the community is going to help you. And of course, Brad, how can we not say that one of the things that separates us, and you'll see this during the test drive, is of course that we have the education, constant education all throughout the week, different levels of education. Are you a pro who needs help with creating custom formulas, which you can do? Trade Ideas, to some extent, or to a lot of extent, is much like Adobe Photoshop. You can take it to very, very powerful levels where really you're creating multimedia for the world to see, right, Brad? I mean, that's because we use our own tech to make our own tech. That's what's kind of cool. We are all sort of in the same thing. Our clients create things that we don't even think about using our own technology. So it's an honor, it's a privilege to be in our position. We do a podcast on Friday, another one coming up, where we really give you the more personal approach, the thoughts behind the thoughts behind the thoughts. We want to make you see that we're not some corporation. We are people who are looking to kill it, and by kill it I mean through success, We're driven, but we don't mind real competition, just not bullshit. Right, Brad? I mean, bring it.
That's the real stuff for sure.
Yeah, we believe we're the best. And so what I want to leave everybody on, Brad, is this. We are working on full automation of the AI as well. So aside from the lower price products, we're also going into the Ferrari, the McLaren area, okay? And we'll see how both of those directions go. Let's see here. Finally, the market is not always going up. We continue to add information to help you navigate this, and here's another part of that where you can get this ebook, what to do in a post-BTFD market. This is going to be coming in so handy. Brad, I cannot tell you how handy this is going to be coming in. Great work by Sean McLaughlin, member of the Trade Ideas team. Whoops, I always do that. Do you know that? It's like I can't stop.
Wow, that's okay.
Right. So finally, follow us on social media. I'm at Trade Ideas 1, or our corporate account at Trade Ideas. Please like us on Facebook. Here's our telephone number if you need to get a hold of us. And of course, our information line is info@trade-ideas.com. Scott, take it away, sir. I think we're good in a relatively decent amount of time.
You got it. No, we'll have a recording up later on tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Once again, have a great summer.